We don't use instructions, buddy.
Why?
Just throw those in the trash. Hey everyone, so this video is going to be a little different today. Where we are is we're in the garage, and I am going to be putting a deflector, 10-inch deflector on the Fisher XV2. So I just recently switched all my, switched the other plow. I had a Boss plow, but you know, last storm we ended up folding up the A-frame. So I'm putting Fishers on, the Fisher mounts on everything, so the pickup truck and the dump truck will both have both have the Fisher mounts on it. So last storm I had to finish up with this, and I know the commercials make it look like it rolls the snow over pretty good, but I can tell you I think more snow came over the plow than off the road. So Mason and I are going to be recording this as we're doing it, and I think it should be pretty straightforward. It looks like all these bolts come off. I believe the kit, which is right here, so the rubber deflector 10-inch kit. Yeah, sure. What's going on, buddy? All right, you got it. All right, we're gonna take a quick break, and I'll come back at you in a minute. All right, so we had a little technical difficulty with the other cameraman's camera. Now that we got that straightened out, we'll finish unboxing the deflector kit. I was actually kind of surprised how small the box was, but looks like everything's here. With the hardware kits, and looks like the instructions, but you know, we don't use those. Definitely heavy duty, just for comparison. We got all the brackets, so we're gonna start chipping away at this and bring you along. All right, so we got everything unboxed and out of the box, and all the tools ready. So what you're gonna need is a Torx 45 and some 9/16 wrench for the nut in the back. But Torx 45 is to take these bolts out. My only concern is, hopefully it won't be a concern, is it seems like this is pretty stiff, pretty firm, so I don't picture this moving too much once we take those out. But I guess there's only one way to find out, so we're gonna get this started. We don't use instructions, buddy.
Why?
Just throw those in the trash.
No, you have features.
Well, maybe you have to read them.
Number 7, take those little pieces off.
All right, so since the first side came out pretty easy, and this is flexible, the skin's flexible enough to move the true up to the holes. What I'm going to do is I'll take this side off as well, and then I'm going to wipe it down, both the front and the back down, with an oily rag, just to, I know it's stainless, but just try to minimize the rust. So start working on that. He's fine, he's laying down. Don't lose those. Daddy's cheap, he's keeping the stainless. That's it, Thor, take those out of there, we don't need those.
will rip it up.
That's okay.
It will fix it.
Well, I guess my OCD is gonna get the best of me. I should have flipped this over to notice this XV2, because I'm gonna definitely want that to match up with the XV2 on the plow, on the bottom, so. Time to take this one back off. So I'm just putting that in there temporarily to hold that in place because my other set of hands is busy right now. So you'll see having that middle one in while we're putting this one in is enough to hold it in place, but it doesn't interfere with any the holes for the second one we'll be putting in. All right, so now that we have this fit in here, what I do is I pull this all the way to the end, and obviously we're gonna have to cut some off of this because this is an 8.5 foot plow, and you know, it's the same kit from 7.5 to 9.5. So want to see whereabouts we are, and we'll mark this, and then we'll get ready to cut the excess off. So I should do it right there. And it's the same both. We're gonna do the same thing with both sides. So I'll mark. These do go on one way as far as the way these are cut. So this is the excess side here. So what I'm gonna do is just mark this side, because I'm not gonna fully put the other side on, knowing that it needs to be cut. So nice and clean. I'll take this one off, mark this up. I got the line scored.
With your knife?
No, we're not using it with the knife. Here, you want this? What letter is that on there?
X.
That's right, X.
What's the X though?
No good. That's what an X is for. All right, here we go again. All right, so it's all done, wrapped it up, pretty quick job. So you can see this should make a big difference with keeping the snow, you know, in front of the plow and not coming over it. Just from experience, I know the plow that I got rid of, the Boss plow that I got rid of, had one on, and I don't really, you know, not too often the snow was actually coming, you know, over the plow onto the windshield and onto the hood. So I know when I had to switch out halfway through that last storm, I had to slow down like 10 miles per hour, just because even at 10 miles per hour, snow was just rolling right over the plow onto the hood, and it was killing me to have all that sand and, you know, everything mixed in with it on my windshield and on the hood of my my pickup. So now that the F450 has the Fisher mount on it, we'll be plowing with this and probably pick up a straight blade over the summer. But what do you think, Mason? How do you think it came out? Thumbs up. All right, well, I gotta start picking up the tools. I don't know how we ended up with a lot more tools than we were actually using. All right, so we have this hooked up to the dump truck. Just run it through a few cycles for you, just so you can see not a clearance issue with the deflector. So we'll just get into that now. So while Mason and I are working hard. Thanks for watching.